Hey everybody, Max and Brian here for IGN. Halo Infinite was unfortunately delayed this holiday season, but thankfully there are some Mega Construx Halo Infinite sets that are out now, and our wonderful sponsor Mega Construx sent some over for us to unbox and assemble and talk to you about.
That's right. This is the new Halo Mega Construx Warthog. It is obviously deeply inspired by the upcoming Halo Infinite. And this model has 314 pieces, includes 4 collectible micro action figures. We got Master Chief, we got the UNSC Marine, and 2 Jackal Freebooters. They all have 12 points of articulation. They're super cool. They have little stands and everything like that. So you're going to really dig this.
Yeah, this is a 2-in-1 set, which means that not only can you make a Warthog, you can also make a watercraft and a jetpack for Master Chief to fly around on. There's instructions in the box for the Warthog, and you just, if you want to build the watercraft, you just scan the little QR code on the box, and it opens up a helpful, handy-dandy sort of in-browser instructions. Brian, why don't you assemble the Warthog, and I will put the boat together, and we can see how this comes together.
Yep, sounds like a plan. Let's do it. So right off the bat, I really dig that there's just this handy sort of little like perforated latch on top. Tear it right open. And then comes the fun part. Bags. Bags and bags and bags. Here's number 1. It's got a bunch of sort of small-ish pieces in it.
These are, of course, sort of meant to be sequentially assembled in the instructions, which that applies to the Warthog, but not so much to the watercraft one.
Yeah, if you want to go the watercraft route, you know, there's no roads, so you get to tear open the bags and get a little crazier.
Yeah, you're in open water there.
Yeah, here's number 2. It's got some caramel-looking pieces in it. Number 3, this is where I know things are going to get interesting. And then so this is bag number 4. It's got a bunch more of the sort of green accent pieces. And then this bag is unnumbered, but actually comes with a bunch of smaller bags that all contain the figures. Like we said, all 12 points of articulation. They have their own stands. Now I want to show you something right here. This is Master Chief himself in pieces.
What happened to him? Oh
well,
no!
We're gonna rescue him today, Max. We're gonna actually put him together piece by piece. I see his little helmet in here. So you can't really tell what he looks like without his helmet, but that's okay. You know, they're still keeping that a mystery. That's deep Halo lore. They're not going to just spoil that here. Most importantly, and you're going to need this, the building tool. This is going to help you. This is your undo button. This is for every time you make a mistake. You can use the skinny side to sort of pop things up. You can use the gripper side to grab pieces and pull them out.
And when you're all done, you can have oysters with it too. It's a great oysters fork.
I personally don't recommend doing that, but you do
don't
do what you want.
Don't
really.
Let's build some vehicles
Okay.
here. Now, so for my boat, as you might know, boats don't have wheels usually. But in this case, I'm going to be popping off the Warthog tire and using its hubcap as a turbine for the back of the boat.
So there we go. I have my steering wheel in there. Spins, rotates next to my console.
Brian, I have great news. This is really starting to look like a proper watercraft.
Good work. So now I have my engine. As you can see, these really cool little sort of like angular pipe pieces pop in right on the top.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, and they kind of face out diagonally. So just like a subtle little thing, and it does a lot of heavy lifting in terms of visually representing what I'm looking at here, which I really dig. I'm going to start adding the colored panels.
You too?
Yeah.
I'm adding colored panels right now as well. It's great.
It's my favorite part. So there you go. There is the entire front of the Warthog. Look at that shine. That's an awesome little detail right there. It just glows.
This is quite a watercraft right now. I added these little pieces which I'm really into. I love any like dedicated piece. These are, I don't know what you call that, the sides of a windshield or something, but it's got kind of a roll bar effect to it. Mm-hmm. And of course, I think it's exactly the right size for the figures to hold on to.
So my seats are in place. Oh wow, so that's really cool. In yours, the seats became the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really clever.
Those pieces that you are using for suspension stuff are being repurposed as a little turret for the jetpack.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome.
I have so many pieces left over. I'm gonna try to make something else. See what I can get away with here.
Okay, so here is my turret gun. Easily my favorite part of this entire build. It's super cool, very dynamic. It moves around a lot on angles. It's got some sort of small insignia on the shields in the front. This gun, which is like really popping out, and it's all on this circular base, which, if I did everything correctly, should, yes, pop right
Does
on.
it pivot?
Yeah, and it pivots.
Look at that.
I think we're close. I think we're just gonna have to build the wheels now. Okay, so here we go. That is the suspension. It
Look at that.
spring-loaded. Super fun to build. A lot of really interesting uses of these pieces here.
You know, I think I've decided what this is. I think it's a weather machine.
A weather machine. Oh, so you're saying he can change the weather now?
What did you think a weather machine does?
I thought it read the weather.
No, I'm not going to make a Doppler radar for Master Chief.
All right, so the amount of handles on this thing are awesome. All of the figures have hands that can grip onto stuff. So you can have all sorts of action poses of them flying off the side, hanging on, you know, gunning out the window, all this great stuff like that. There we have it. That is the Warthog.
Look at that.
Yeah, this thing rules. It's got, like I said, it's got the rotating turret on the back. It's got this antenna. It's got a steering wheel inside, the brown seats I put in, the gas cans on the back, this awesome sort of like shiny low poly exterior with that Master Chief green that you should ask your local hardware store to carry, and the suspension tires, which got a little bounce, and plus the winch in the front. Man, I'm really into this.
Build a weather machine.
Man,
Look at
that is awesome.
Might have had a few extra parts laying around, but you know, it's mostly like the suspension and the safety rails.
It's a gas-powered weather machine.
That's the weather fluid.
This is our tiny Master Chief. As you can see, you have to put them together yourself, which is really fun.
I've got my little UNSC trooper here. He kind of looks like you. Yeah, he's got the same haircut. Look at that.
Here is my little Master Chief. He is awesome. Okay, so I'll show you how this works. He's got these leg pieces that have ball joints and these sort of armor pads that go over his legs and on his shoulders. You got to put those in at the right angle and make sure they lock in. He's also got his like little boots, his little gun, and these two chest plate pieces connect over the shoulder and lock in right around the neck. Another cool thing you can do here, I don't know if you caught this, Max, is you can stick the gun into a little compartment on his back.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah, check that out. That is so awesome. So we have Master Chief gunning the turret. Oh, look at that. That's a.
Look at this. We got a little
awesome
accident
action
here.
Oh, I love that.
Ah!
That boat's going very fast. So yeah, we got Master Chief with his gun on his back, and there's a turret right there. We can angle it back like this so he can be like, ah, and just really go crazy with it.
Brian, look at this. I think I've discovered Master Chief's true identity.
Oh,
Yep.
how did he fit all of
Yep.
that inside that helmet? That's very impressive.
I think he probably had a twisty or something. Maybe a hairnet.
So yeah, there you have it. Here is my action scene right here. I have Master Chief holding his gun, hanging out of the car, just driving full speed. Right in the back, we have the UNSC Marine. He is manning the turret. Unfortunately, he does not see that sneaking up right behind him is a Jackal Freebooter. I still have one more of those to build, but you get the idea. Max got two of them right there. They're climbing on. That's a whole...
I got a similar thing going on. This poor guy is just going along, doing his patrol. Luckily, here comes Master Chief and his jetpack to save the day.
All
Pew,
right.
pew.
Yeah, that jetpack rolls. So there you have it. That is the Warthog, complete with microfigures, and as you can see, Max also made the boat, the jetpack, and a weather machine, which you don't have to make, but you could, because it's nice to be able to do that. I can't stress enough how fun this build is, how cool it is to make these incredibly articulated figures, and honestly, like, this is so much better to me than getting just a collectible off the shelf that's built already. Building this yourself gives you options in terms of customization. It gives you an understanding of how something like this comes together, and it lets you pose all these little figures in really articulate ways.
Yeah, I think honestly, like, you know, if you're looking for something to do to take a break from gaming or screen time, like, it's nice to just kind of do something with your hands and kind of just... And yeah, you can display it like a mature collector, or you can play with it when no one's looking. It's a good time.
Play with toys. You should do that. It doesn't matter what your age is. You know, just get out there, buy some toys, and play with them. Because, you know, this has been the kind of year where we want to build stuff. We want to stay at home. We want to make little, you know, figurines and action figures and stuff like that and have a blast. So one thing that is important to note is that these Halo toys are actually compatible with all Mega Construx toys. Not just the Halo sets. Everything Mega Construx. So have at it. Go crazy.
You want to get weird with it, you can get weird. Your imagination and the amount of Mega Construx you have is the only limitation. So get creative, and then, you know, proudly display your creations.
Remember, the Mega Construx Halo line is available at Walmart, Target, and Amazon. And huge thank you to our sponsors for sending these over. This was incredibly fun. Like really, like this, I don't get to hang out with Max a lot in person anymore, and this felt like hanging out with friends. So thank you so much for allowing us to build toys today and play with them.